another episode of Ask Jade. Today, I'm going to go over a new law in Illinois that anybody with employees should be aware of. So, Illinois is now requiring all employers to provide sexual harassment prevention training. So, the Illinois Human Rights Act was amended and requires this. So, that's all employers. There's some specifics when it comes to restaurants and bars. Restaurants and bars must establish and distribute a written policy on sexual harassment prevention training and provide supplemental sexual harassment prevention training. So they have a little more to do. But the Illinois Department of Human Rights developed a model sexual harassment prevention training program that you can use. So you don't have to come up with this on your own. I will include the link. You can download the model training either in PowerPoint format, or there's also a PDF format. The link will be below for you to get that. Some things just to know right off the bat. So employers who have one employee or more, so even if you only have one employee, you must provide this training to your staff. You must do it, and you must do it annually. And this is all employees, regardless of their status. So this can be short-term employees, part-time employees, interns. They all must be trained. Employers are not required to train independent contractors, but it is strongly advised that if your independent contractor, is working on site and interacting with your staff or your employees, that you still provide them the training. Say you have an employee that was trained somewhere else. They just started with you in the middle of the year. Do you still need to provide training to them? They're encouraging employers to retrain employees, regardless of whether they were trained at a prior place or not, because you must retain your own records that say all employees that you have received the required training. What if your company is based outside of Illinois? Any employees who work or will work in Illinois must be trained regardless of whether you as the employer are based in Illinois or not. An employee is based somewhere else but regularly interacts with employees in Illinois, even if they're not physically present in Illinois, should still be trained. So this is pretty strict. And you as the employer, you are required to keep a record of all trainings, and these need to be made available to the Illinois Department of Human Rights upon request. A record may be a certificate signed by an employee acknowledging that they received the training. And you can keep these, paper or electronic, but you do need to keep record. And, how soon do you need to do this? Say you just hired somebody. They say as soon as possible, get them trained. Failure to do so is a violation of the Illinois Human Rights Act, and employees can file a complaint, and that can actually be pretty easily found online. So this is something to be aware of. It's time to get on it. You got to start it immediately. And like I said, I'm going to include the link so you can find the model training so that, this isn't something you have to create yourself and get to work. But if you have any questions about this, I know it can maybe seem daunting. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. You can always reach out to the Law Office of Jade Carpenter, and see you next time.